But you said he ripped off 5 movies, and I thought for a second I was going to correct you and say, no, he ripped off 1 movie. He ripped off Lethal Weapon. But, he ripped off as in he made 5 movies.
But no,
I see what you mean.
that was in my notes, though, is that all of these movies, again, I've only seen this one, but I read up on the other ones, and, like, all of his
They're all essentially the same thing.
Yeah, all of his American output basically just borrows from or rips off Lethal Weapon. But, like, if someone made Lethal Weapon and didn't know how to edit or write dialogue...
Right.
And they also
or do ADR.
Yeah, and they didn't have a budget, and they also used the same locations in multiple movies and within the same movies.
Actors. But I also want to talk about a little bit about the strip club and because we get a good amount of TNA later in the movie. A couple sex scenes. Robert Zadar in bed with... I don't know if it was the same woman more than once, or like he's in bed with her, and then later on there's like a really long striptease scene, and then the main guy who we still haven't met the main character, but he has a sex scene also. Low budget movies is, I guess you could say, an exploitation movie, right? Like, you don't like to see so much of the movie spending time on this stuff, but at the same time, I'm going to say, sort of like what I was talking about with Menahem Golan, is that I'm assuming because Amir Shervan is Iranian, I don't think he's throwing that in there to be exploitative. I think he's throwing that in there because he thinks that's what American action movies do. I think, because that's really his entire oeuvre. He's trying to make an American action movie. And I think, I don't know if he had seen Andy Sidaris movies, but he looks at these other action movies like, we need strippers, we need sex with Robert Zadar, I guess. Why not? Because that happens in multiple films of his. Like, I don't know. It just, there's like an innocence about it. Again, I find that kind of charming in a way.
He shows up to Charlie's friend Chico's place to personally oversee Chico get chainsawed to death, which is clearly ripping off Scarface. But
is it? Is there a chainsaw thing in Scar? I don't remember that movie too well.
Yeah, famously, because like, and even like the reason it is ripping off Scarface, I feel like, is because like Chico gets chainsawed, but then there's this bizarre moment, kind of like in Scarface, but it's handled much better in Scarface, where like someone else is forced to watch someone get chainsawed, but in this case, it's from a distance. Like Fernando, Chico's friend, is watching this chance. He watches,
and he gets away.
Yeah, he watches the chainsawing take place, and he doesn't try to stop it. He just he runs off, and like he's an all-time terrible friend for that.
He gingerly runs off because in the shot where he's hiding behind a tree. And they cut to him, and he's spotted, so he turns to run away. But where they have the actor situated, he's like on kind of a slope, and he probably couldn't get his footing right. So his first few steps are very like cautious, and not at all the steps of someone who's trying to run for their life. I enjoyed that.
Charlie shoots Vincenzo dead in the mouth. Like he shoots him through the mouth, and that kills him. After you're skipping the climactic fight, a
fist fight between because it's wonderful to see the climax be a 25-year-old man in good shape beating up a 70-year-old.
Yes.
Like, I love this.
He shoots Mr. Vincenzo through the mouth after one of the just most flaccid final fights you'll ever see, where again the age gap is enormous. And the cuts between the punches don't even remotely match because it's clearly not Carlos Rivas actually taking punches, and so like none of the cuts match whatsoever, and so you have no idea what's happening in this fight. Like spatially, you don't know where they are. You don't really know who's getting damaged where, and then again it ends with Rivas getting shot through the mouth and like just spewing blood out of his mouth, which was actually like kind of cool.
You know what that reminded me of? Because he gets thrown in a hot tub, and then he gets shot. But when he spews blood out of his mouth, it's like the exact same shot as when the shark bites into Quint in Jaws.
Yes.
With because he kind of looks like Robert Shaw does in that movie with the mustache and everything, and the blood that comes out of his mouth, it looks so much like that. And if Amir Shervan weren't Amir Shervan, I would like think that, oh, that's a reference or a nod, but really